To
How you doing, everybody? Patrick Kelmerton. We are down here at the clam booth. This show is actually the Wisconsin Icefishing Expo down at the EAA grounds. But I wanted to take a second and go through the Predator tip-up with you. There's been a lot of buzz about the Predator tip-up and what it is. So here we have it. It is a hook setting device, but yet you can use it for a tip-up itself. Yes, I said that right. You can use it as a hook setting device, or you can use it for a tip-up that it is not legal. Let's say if you go over to Minnesota, you can't use it there. A couple other states, you cannot use it. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of the functionality of this thing, and it's pretty impressive. So first off and foremost, fiberglass rod. This one here, you can choose anything. This is a 36-inch fiberglass rod. It's actually a Predator. It's a medium heavy. And all we're doing is we're running the Predator reel on it, okay? So nothing real hard, nothing real fancy. You can get a bait feeding reel. You can use any kind of reel that you already have. You can use any rod that you already have. We recommend using a fiberglass. That way it doesn't shatter on you. If you're using, let's say, a graphite and it's loaded up over time, that thing could eventually explode in your face. So try to use a fiberglass rod. And let's just go through a couple of the different functions of this thing that makes it so exciting, right? So first and foremost, before we get into that, let's go through capabilities. So this flag, there's a strap right here that you can fold down into the flag. You loosen this up, fold it up, and right now it is compact, it is nice, it is easy. There's heavy duty spikes right here that come down through that will dig into either the ice or whatever else that you're using. And then when we get there, this is what's kind of cool about this unit, right? So I can adjust this to the length of the rod that I'm using. So right now I'm going to use a 36-inch. So I'm gonna come out, rule of thumb kind of comes straight down from the rod tip. So if it's a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, whatever the case may be. One thing about this unit is you can use it open water or ice. Yes, open water or ice. So I can put this on my boat. See how this is standard right now? I'm coming out, and let's say I'm shore fishing. I can use this to dictate or show me when I have a bite. It comes down, you can come to the side, either which side. This thing is sturdy enough that when that rod is taken off. So if I'm shore fishing, I can use it. I'll get into that a little bit later on how I use that. Now, setting it. This is extremely easy. Setting it, all I have to do is open up the bail and it goes down to the bottom. When I close this, I'm going to get my electronics. I'm going to come up. I'm going to put it however far that I want it from the bottom. The reason being is I never want to put anything into that water column before my bait. Now, I'm in Wisconsin. I'm going to use it as a hook setting device. Very, very simple. All I'm going to do is there's a hook right here. I'm going to put the rod tip of that hook. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to bring the trigger mechanism up past that. Now, since I did that, I can take this whole thing and move it around. You cannot do this with another hook setting device on the market. Here's the best part. If I have this thing, if I'm fishing, let's say 40 feet of water here, I'm gonna open it up and do it that way. And then we can go to the next one and set it as well, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this down, set it just like that, right? Now I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna take this flag down through just like this. Now it's set, right? Now, really, so what I'm going to do is right here's the trigger mechanism. I can set the tension from real light to real heavy just by moving this back. Obviously, the farther forward it is for panfish, the farther back it is for bigger minnows, for pike, anything like that. Demo purposes, I'm going to bring it right down through. When the fish hits, it's going to hit. Now I'm fighting that fish on. So that's your hook setting device. But what if I go to Minnesota? Am I leaving this at home because I went to Minnesota and the hook setting devices are not legal? No. By pulling this pin right here, I can take this pin off, move this over, and now I'm going to go into a regular tip-up device. And how I'm going to do that, same concept, right, is I'm going to bring it all the way back. I'm going to set the flag like so. I'm going to open this up. And all I'm going to do is come down through that little rubber that comes with it, right on the backside. So all I'm going to do is come down through right there and hook it just like that, right? And then I'm going to come up into the fishing device. Now, if you look at this rod, it is not loaded at all. This rod is just acting as a tip up. When a fish takes off, flag goes up. Now I got my fish on there. I can open my spool. If I have a bait feeder, I can let it go, however you want to do it. So the Predator tip up, there's a lot of different functionalities that is not the same as the other ones that are on the market. So if you haven't seen them, check them out. Predator clip tip up by Clam.